Clarissa the Flea. Clarissa was born fighting her best friend. Her mother was one of the Mexican waterfront fleas of Veracruz and loved it. And came to New York quite by accident on an old tramp. In those days, she wasn't making distinctions. Didn't know the difference between working for your breakfast or just merely taking it. But being nervous and Spanish both at the same time, she found no difficulty in working her way right into the heart of New York society without even a letter of introduction. But after 2 weeks, she gave it all up. It was too easy. So she joined the flea circus just to prove to the world that she could perform in the open. Now Clarissa would never have been born if Mother hadn't gone off with Sir Hubert Wilkins' Arctic expedition to the North Pole and the little woman was just too cold to move. Even though she penetrated the interior and gave the whole expedition a bad name. So she hitchhiked all the way back to New York and jumped right into Mr. Robbins' beaver. And when he felt a new tug in his whiskers, he just closed his eyes and said, Clarissa. Then Mother retired for life in a little cooperative apartment right under Mr. Robbins' arm. Now by the time Clarissa was 2 weeks old, she was a star in her own right. Being blonde, she was very easy to follow, and her disappearing act didn't cause too much concern until the terrible results were felt. She used to work with a little pockmarked flea called Harry from the wrong side of Brooklyn. Harry could never understand why he never got any applause. But Clarissa never said a word, not Clarissa. And then she used to go around with a communist called Katinka from Leningrad. He used to make the other troopers wild with jealousy to see the two girls jump on an old mink coat and go off to the opera. Where they would sit in the parterre boxes and nibble at the visiting titles. But her greatest triumph was a trip to Washington on Premier Laval. She is the only known flea to have ever laid a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier, all incognito. She met the last Republican president of the United States through sheer strategy, even though his wife, dressed as a Girl Scout, tried to bar her way. Clarissa was now so international, she didn't know what language she was speaking or who she was biting. So she returned to New York, too high hat to live. But her end was very sudden, but very beautiful. She tried to come between two happy lovers and was smothered to death. Was carried off to paradise on the very tip of a spray. As Harry always said, Clarissa would end in a jam.